Your legs feel weaker every week. You notice it on stairs, in the grocery store, getting out of bed, and you're thinking, is this just what happens when you get older? No, it's not. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Your body isn't too old for this. The exercises you've been told to do, those are too young for you. There's a difference, and it matters. These 6 moves were designed for people over 50. They protect your joints. They work with your body, not against it. And they take just 5 minutes total. And here's the kicker. Do these 3 times a week, and studies show your legs can get 40% stronger in just 8 weeks. Without pain, without risk, without stepping foot in a gym. 1 chair, 5 minutes. That's it. If 8 0-year-olds can do these safely, why not you? Let's talk about it. Have you noticed your legs feeling weaker lately? Drop a comment and share what daily activities have become harder for you. First up, chair squats. You feel it, don't you? When you stand up from a chair in the morning, it takes more effort than it used to. Sometimes you need to push with your hands. Sometimes you rock forward once, twice, before you actually make it up, and you think to yourself, maybe I'm just getting too old for this. Let me stop you right there. You think squats are only for young people at the gym? You think this movement isn't for you because you're over 50? Here's what nobody tells you. Regular squats weren't designed for you. They were designed for 2 5-year-olds with perfect knees and endless energy. That's why they feel wrong. That's why you've been avoiding them. But chair squats? These are different. This isn't about dropping down low and forcing your body into positions it can't handle anymore. This is about teaching your leg muscles that they still work, that they're still strong, that they can still carry you through your day without struggle. Here's the truth. Your legs aren't failing because of your age. They're failing because nobody ever showed you the right version of this movement. The version designed specifically for bodies that have experience, bodies that need support, bodies like yours. Chair squats use the chair as a guide, not a crutch. You're not collapsing into it. You're controlling your descent. You're teaching your quadriceps, your hamstrings, your glutes to work together the way they were designed to. And here's what makes this powerful. Every time you sit down and stand back up in your daily life, you're using these exact same muscles. This isn't just exercise. This is training for real life. So how do you do it? Stand in front of a sturdy chair with your feet hip-width apart. Keep your weight in your heels. Slowly push your hips back like you're about to sit down. Lower yourself with control until your bottom just touches the chair. Don't collapse, just tap it. Then push through your heels and stand back up. That's 1 rep. Start with 8 reps. Take your time. Breathe in as you lower down. Breathe out as you push back up. If 8 feels too hard, do 5. If 5 feels easy, do 10. Your body will tell you what's right. Do this 3 times a week. That's it. Here's what people get wrong. They drop down fast and bounce back up. Don't do that. The control is what builds strength. The slow descent is what protects your knees. The steady rise is what teaches your muscles to fire correctly. And here's what you'll notice within 2 weeks. Getting out of your car becomes easier. Standing up from the dinner table doesn't require a hand on the table anymore. Your legs start to remember what strength feels like. If 8 0-year-olds can do this movement safely every single day, why not you? But here's something most people don't realize about leg strength. Next, seated leg lifts. Most people think that if you're not standing, you're not really working your legs. That sitting down means you're taking it easy. Here's what's actually happening. When you lift your leg while sitting, you're isolating your quadriceps in a way that's impossible to do while standing. You're giving those muscles pure, focused work. And you're doing it without putting any stress on your knees or risking a fall. This is smart training, not weak training. You know what happens when you avoid exercises because you're worried about balance. Your legs get weaker, your confidence drops. You start limiting what you do. You stop climbing stairs. You avoid uneven sidewalks. You hold onto walls. And the cycle continues. Seated leg lifts break that cycle. This movement was designed for one purpose: to rebuild the strength in your thighs without any of the risk. No standing required, no balance needed. Just you, a chair, and your leg muscles remembering what they're capable of. Here's why this matters. Your quadriceps, the big muscles on the front of your thighs, are responsible for straightening your knee. Every time you stand up, walk, or climb stairs, these muscles are doing the work. When they're weak, everything becomes harder. But here's the part nobody talks about. You don't need to go to a gym to strengthen them. You don't need equipment. You just need to sit down and lift your leg. It sounds too simple, doesn't it? That's exactly why it works. Here's how you do it. Sit in a sturdy chair with your back straight and your feet flat on the floor. Choose one leg. Straighten that knee and lift your foot off the ground until your leg is parallel to the floor. Hold it there for 3 seconds. Feel your thigh muscle working. Then slowly lower it back down with control. That's 1 rep. Do 10 reps on one leg. Then switch to the other leg. Do 10 more. Breathe naturally. Don't hold your breath. If holding for 3 seconds feels too hard, hold for 1 second. If it feels easy, hold for 5 seconds. Your body knows what it needs. Do this 3 times a week, just like the chair squats. Here's what people get wrong. They swing their leg up fast and let it drop back down. That's not training. That's momentum. The power is in the control. Lift slowly, hold steady, lower with intention. And here's what you'll notice within the first week. Your thighs start to feel more solid, not bulky, just present. When you stand from a chair, there's a quiet strength there that wasn't there before. Within 3 weeks, walking feels lighter. Your legs don't tire as quickly. That slight wobble when you stand, it starts to disappear. This isn't about becoming an athlete. This is about reclaiming the strength that's already inside you. Your body hasn't forgotten how to be strong. It's just been waiting for you to show it the right way. But strength in your thighs is only part of the equation. There's another area most people completely ignore. Third, calf raises. You've felt it, haven't you? That moment when you're walking and your foot doesn't quite clear the ground the way it used to. Maybe you've caught your toe on a crack in the sidewalk. Maybe you've stumbled on a small step you didn't see coming. And you tell yourself it's just clumsiness, that you need to pay more attention, that you should watch where you're going. But here's what's really happening. Your calf muscles aren't lifting your heels high enough anymore. They've gotten weaker. And when your calves are weak, every step becomes a risk. This isn't about being careless. This is about your body losing the strength it needs to move safely through the world. Let me explain why this matters so much. Your calf muscles do 2 critical jobs. First, they lift your heel off the ground with every single step you take. Second, they help pump blood back up from your feet to your heart. When your calves are strong, walking feels effortless. When they're weak, everything becomes harder. And here's the part that surprises most people. Weak calves are one of the biggest predictors of falls in people over 50. Not weak knees, not weak hips, weak calves. Why? Because if you can't lift your foot properly, you trip. If you can't react quickly when you lose balance, you fall. Your calves are your first line of defense. So what's the solution? Calf raises. Simple, effective, designed specifically to rebuild that lost strength. This movement doesn't require you to walk long distances. It doesn't require perfect balance. It just requires you to stand and lift your heels. That's it. Here's how you do it. Stand next to a sturdy chair or countertop. Place your hand lightly on it for balance, not to hold yourself up, just for stability. Keep your feet hip-width apart. Now slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels as high as you comfortably can. Hold for 2 seconds at the top. Feel your calf muscles working. Then slowly lower your heels back down with control. That's 1 rep. Start with 10 reps. If that feels too easy, do 15. If it feels challenging, do 8. Listen to your body. Do this 3 times a week. Here's what people get wrong. They bounce up and down quickly, using momentum instead of muscle. That doesn't build strength. It just wastes time. The key is control. Slow up. Pause at the top. Slow down. Another mistake? Leaning forward or gripping the chair too hard. You're not trying to support your weight with your hands. You're just stabilizing yourself. Your calves should be doing the work. And here's what you'll notice almost immediately. Within a week, your ankles feel more stable. Walking on uneven ground doesn't make you nervous anymore. You start to trust your feet again. Within a month, that stumbling stops. You lift your feet higher without even thinking about it. Stairs become easier because your calves have the power to push you up. This isn't just about preventing falls. This is about walking with confidence, about not second-guessing every step, about moving through your day without fear. Your calves are small muscles, but they carry massive responsibility. Give them the attention they deserve. But even with strong calves and strong thighs, there's one more area that quietly weakens over time. Number 4. Seated marching. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you got up from a chair and felt stiff? Like your hips needed a moment to remember how to move? Like your legs had to warm up before they'd cooperate? You probably thought it was just your body getting older. That stiffness is just part of the deal now. But here's what's really happening. Your hip flexors, the muscles that lift your knees, have gotten tight and weak from sitting too much. And when those muscles don't move regularly, they forget how to work properly. It's not age, it's inactivity. And the worst part? When your hip flexors are tight, everything else suffers. Your lower back compensates, your knees work harder, your walking stride gets shorter. You start shuffling instead of striding. You've noticed it, haven't you? That your steps aren't as long as they used to be. That you're not covering ground the way you once did. That's not you slowing down because you're older. That's your hip flexors needing attention. So here's the solution. Seated marching. A movement so simple, it almost feels like you're not doing anything. But it's doing everything your hips need. This exercise wakes up your hip flexors. It reminds them how to lift your knees. It loosens the tightness that's been building for years. And it does all of this while you're sitting down, completely safe, with zero risk of losing balance. Here's how it works. Sit upright in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Keep your back straight. Don't lean back against the chair. Now lift your right knee up toward your chest as high as comfortably goes. Not forcing it, just lifting. Then lower it back down with control. Now lift your left knee, then lower it. That's it. You're marching in place, sitting down. Do this for 30 seconds straight. Right, left, right, left. Keep a steady rhythm. Breathe naturally. Rest for 15 seconds. Then do another 30 seconds. Do this 3 times a week. Here's what people get wrong. They lift their knees too fast, using momentum instead of muscle control. Or they lean back in the chair, which takes the work away from the hip flexors. Keep your torso upright. Lift with intention. Lower with control. Another mistake? Not lifting high enough. If you're barely moving your knees, you're not challenging those hip flexors. Lift as high as you comfortably can. Every week, try to lift just a little bit higher. And here's what happens when you do this consistently. Within 2 weeks, that stiffness when you stand up, it starts to fade. Your hips feel more mobile, more responsive. Within a month, your walking stride gets longer. You're not shuffling anymore. You're actually stepping forward with purpose. Climbing into a car doesn't require the same negotiation with your body. This isn't about becoming flexible like a gymnast. This is about maintaining the range of motion you need for daily life, for getting in and out of cars, for walking without feeling like your hips are locked in place. Your hip flexors aren't broken. They're just waiting for you to move them again. But there's one more muscle group that quietly controls more of your daily life than you realize. Fifth, knee extensions. Most people understand that strong legs help you walk. That makes sense. But here's what most people don't understand. The single biggest factor in whether you can stand up from a chair without using your hands isn't your overall leg strength. It's the strength of one specific muscle, your quadriceps, that big muscle on the front of your thigh. That's the one doing almost all the work when you stand up. And when it's weak, everything becomes a struggle. Let me show you what I mean. Think about the last time you stood up from a low couch. You probably leaned forward, maybe rocked a bit, maybe pushed off with your hands. You needed momentum because your quadriceps didn't have enough strength to lift you smoothly. Now think about someone in their 30 seconds standing up from that same couch. They just stand. No rocking, no hands, no effort. Not because they're younger, because their quadriceps are strong enough to do the job alone. That's the difference. And that's what you're getting back. But here's the mechanism most people miss. Your quadriceps don't just lift you up. They also control you on the way down. When you sit, they're working to lower you slowly and safely. When they're weak, you drop into chairs. You lose control. And that's when injuries happen. So, strengthening your quadriceps does two things at once. It makes standing easier and sitting safer. This is why knee extensions matter so much. This movement isolates your quadriceps in a way that nothing else can. It gives them pure, focused work. No other muscles can jump in to help. It's just your quadriceps learning to be strong again. Here's how you do it. Sit in a sturdy chair with your back straight and your feet flat on the floor. Choose one leg. Slowly straighten that knee, lifting your foot off the ground until your leg is fully extended in front of you. Your thigh stays on the chair. Only your lower leg moves. Hold that position for 5 seconds. Feel your quadriceps working hard to keep your legs straight. Then slowly lower your foot back down with control. That's 1 rep. Do 10 reps on your right leg. Then switch and do 10 on your left. Do this 3 times a week. Here's what people get wrong. They kick their leg up fast and let it drop back down. That's not training. That's wasting time. The strength comes from the hold. Those 5 seconds at the top where your quadriceps are fighting to keep your legs straight, that's where the magic happens. Another mistake? Not straightening the knee all the way. If you stop halfway, you're not getting the full benefit. Straighten it completely. Lock it out. Hold it there. If 5 seconds feels impossible, start with 2 seconds. If 5 feels easy, hold for 8 seconds. Your body will tell you what it needs. And here's what you'll notice within the first 2 weeks. Standing up from chairs feels different. Not easier yet, but different. You can feel your thighs engaging in a way they haven't in years. Within a month, you'll stand up from low seats without thinking about it, without planning it, without needing your hands. You'll just stand. The way you used to. Getting out of bed in the morning becomes smoother. Getting up from the toilet doesn't require grabbing the counter. These tiny moments of independence start coming back. This movement isn't flashy. It's not exciting. But it's rebuilding the exact strength you need for every single vertical movement you make in a day. Your quadriceps haven't forgotten how to be strong. They've just been waiting for you to ask them to work again. Now there's one final movement that ties everything together. Finally, standing hip abduction. You know that feeling when you step sideways to avoid something, a puddle, a crack in the sidewalk, someone walking toward you and your body hesitates, like it's not quite sure how to move laterally anymore? Or when you're standing and someone bumps into you slightly, and you feel unsteady, like you almost lost your balance over something that shouldn't have been a big deal? That's not clumsiness. That's not bad luck. That's your hip abductors not doing their job anymore. Let me explain what these muscles actually do. Your hip abductors are the muscles on the outer part of your hips and thighs. Most people have never heard of them, but here's what they control. Lateral stability. Your ability to stand on one leg. Your ability to recover when you start to tip sideways. Your ability to move side to side without losing balance. Here's the mechanism that surprises everyone. When you walk, you're actually standing on one leg for a split second with every single step. Your hip abductors are what keep you from falling over during that moment. They stabilize your pelvis. They keep your body upright. When they're strong, you don't even notice this happening. You just walk, confidently, steadily. When they're weak, every step becomes a minor balance challenge. You feel wobbly. You grab onto things. You avoid uneven surfaces because you don't trust your body to keep you upright. And here's the part that connects everything. You can have strong quads, strong calves, strong hamstrings, but if your hip abductors are weak, you're still at risk of falling. Because strength without stability is just strength waiting to collapse. That's why this movement is the final piece. Standing hip abduction rebuilds that lateral stability. It teaches your hip abductors to fire correctly. It reminds your body how to balance on one leg. And it does this in the safest possible way, with support right next to you. Here's how you do it. Stand next to a sturdy chair or counter. Place your hand on it lightly for balance. Stand tall with your feet together. Now slowly lift your outside leg straight out to the side. Keep your toes pointing forward. Don't lean your body away from the leg. Just lift the leg. Lift as high as you comfortably can, doesn't need to be high. Even 6 inches off the ground works. Hold it there for 2 seconds, then slowly lower it back down with control. That's 1 rep. Do 10 reps on one side. Then turn around and do 10 reps on the other side. Do this 3 times a week. Here's what people get wrong. They swing their leg out fast, using momentum, or they lean their whole body to the side to make the lift easier. Neither of those build strength. You want your leg to move, not your torso. Keep your body still. Let your hip do the work. Another mistake? Turning the toes out or back. Keep them pointing straight ahead. That targets the right muscles. If you need more support, use both hands on the chair. If you feel confident, use just one finger for balance. Your body will guide you. And here's what happens when you strengthen these muscles. Within 2 weeks, you'll notice you're not grabbing onto things as much when you walk. Your steps feel more grounded, more sure. Within a month, stepping sideways doesn't make you pause anymore. You just move, naturally, without thinking about it. When someone bumps into you, you adjust and keep going. You don't stumble. Walking on uneven ground, grass, gravel, slightly sloped sidewalks stops being something you avoid. Because your body knows it can handle it. This is what balance actually is. It's not about standing perfectly still. It's about your body knowing how to catch itself when things shift. And your hip abductors are what make that possible. These 6 movements work together. Strong quads to stand, strong calves to walk, flexible hips to move, stable hips to balance. Everything connected, everything supporting everything else. Your body isn't broken. It just needed the right instructions. So let's bring this all together. 6 movements. Chair squats to rebuild the strength you need to stand. Seated leg lifts to isolate and strengthen your thighs without risk. Calf raises to lift your feet properly with every step. Seated marching to unlock tight hips and lengthen your stride. Knee extensions to give you the power to rise from any seat. And hip abduction to stabilize your body and keep you balanced. Each one targets something specific, but together, they rebuild your entire lower body. This isn't about working out. This is about reclaiming movements you thought were gone. About walking into a room without calculating which chair will be easiest to stand up from. About taking stairs without dread. About moving through your day with confidence instead of caution. 5 minutes, 3 times a week. That's all this takes. And here's what makes this different from everything else you've tried. These movements were designed for you, not for athletes, not for people half your age, for bodies that have lived, bodies that need support, not punishment, bodies that deserve to be strong again. You don't need a gym. You don't need to spend money. You don't need to change your entire life. You just need a chair and 5 minutes. Your legs aren't giving up on you. They're waiting for you to give them what they need. The right movements, the right approach, the right respect for what your body has been through. Start today. Pick one movement, just one. Do it right now. Then tomorrow, do 2. By next week, you'll be doing all 6. And in 8 weeks, you'll wonder why you waited so long. If you found this helpful, we have more movements and strategies designed specifically for staying strong and independent as you age. Real solutions for real bodies. No hype, just what works. Your body isn't broken. It's ready. Are you?